title of this first poem is Tough Love. And it goes like this. He had been on the verge of tears when he told me how he had lost his wife, kids, house, and job. And there was no reason to go on living. Now he is slurring, all I've got left is this half-empty fifth of scotch. I put my hands on his slouching shoulders and said, the first thing we need to do is work on your attitude. That's a half full fifth of scotch. Now why don't you stop your whining and share some with me? He complied with my request by throwing the bottle at my head and screaming he was going to kill me. I brought a hardback book that was meant to be a gift, but I had to defend myself. So I beat him half to death with a copy of The Power of Positive Thinking. Okay, this one's called I'll Never Be Able to Afford Cable. It goes like this. The alarm goes off. I leap to the dresser and strangle it. Outside, shades of gray drizzle over the city in bereavement for the lightning storms of last night. Even the sky is hung over. Through my window, the world looks like an old black and white movie on a cheap television set with bad reception. I hear a moan, turn around, and gaze at her, sprawled across the bed, makeup smeared, eyes red, mouth too dry to kiss, and not drunk enough to want to anyway. I lay back down beside the girl of my dreams and think to myself, it just doesn't get much better than this, ever. This one is, the names have been changed. Kisses that always say goodbye. Flowers she has to hide because her husband wouldn't quite appreciate their aesthetic value. Awkward embraces under the sun's unforgiving glare, which denies us the modesty of moonlight. This love is forbidden, like that damn tree and that damn garden that gave our first parents their first taste of guilty pleasure. In a motel mirror, we saw a couple, blameless and fearless, righteously convinced certain desires transcend sin. We remind each other of this constantly with love letters written in disappearing ink. This one's called Manic Depressive Weather. The sexual drought ended with drops of her sweat raining down on my skin. And she finally came, at least she said she did, which made me feel good and kind of macho, until she turned away on her side and told me not to touch her and then in hushed, halting tones spoke of how her past always came back to haunt her whenever she tried to enjoy herself, and that she was sorry, but making love just wasn't worth all the pain that went with it. And I knew there was nothing I could say or do to make it better. So I silently stared at the ceiling and thought about the long, hot summer that was sure to come.